Hello and welcome to Roadrunner Predictions. Today we're head to the Super Bowl, the big dance. We have San Francisco 49'ers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. No surprise, both teams have been playing pretty hot in postseason. A little hiccups from Kansas City to get there. I'm talking right before the end of this regular season. But man, they have been on fire and have done no wrong in the postseason. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Williams, just so many weapons and so much on fire. I'm going to go ahead and just go over my predictions right now, then I'll go right into some things. I think pick 'em. I'm going with San Francisco. The spread's at 103. I'm sorry, the line's at 103, and then minus 123 for Kansas City, and the over-under's at 54. I'm taking the under at 54, and I'll take that in all day. So I'm going under, and I'm going with the pick-em for San Francisco 49ers. And yeah, I guess I am hedging on it. I lost both hedges last week, of course. San Francisco dominated Green Bay Packers. I thought it even went up to +9. I like, man, +9 in Rodgers postseason? No, I'll take that. Go, see you later. Adios, muchachos. No point. They're just playing so awesome. Bosa is one of my favorite players to watch right now in the NFL. He's so disgusting, so good. The value on him is just tremendous for San Francisco. And if they're able to scout out that talent and get that good of a deal on him, just imagine, like, as a collective, what they're thinking as a mastermind piece is beautiful. Andy Reid, his offense has been the most impressive to me. His play calling, his designs, and you're seeing a lot of different looks. I mean, it looks like almost the same, and then they'll mix motion, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I don't even know what they're doing anymore. I think you'd get more confused studying Andy Reid's offensive collective play mastermind. I think if you actually were to study it, break it down each week to week, you would actually be in the rat race, in the loophole, and lost in the cosmos. I think it's best to understand they like to take small shots, run it up the middle, and then take long bombs. The San Francisco defense, I think, is, they always say defense plays out better in these big games, and I'm going to go with that. And most of the people, I think the passion is for Kansas City, but I'm going with the better team here. I thought the tier 1 and 2 team, I thought the tier team was the Ravens and the 49ers. Only one of them made it to the Super Bowl. I think Kansas City was on my tier 2 list, and they're definitely playing tier 1 now. Both these teams are other teams that should be there, and they're there for a reason. But I'm just going with what I think is the better bet here, and that's San Francisco. And I like the under. I think I do expect Jimmy Garoppolo to pass more. His over-under for yards is 238.5. I'm taking the over on that. Patrick Mahomes pass interception, I'm taking that. +1 on that. It's at +110. Tyreek Hill under 74.5 receiving yards. I'm on that. And Sammy Watkins over receiving yards at 48.5. I think Sammy Watkins is. I told my friends in the beginning, no, this was last year. I took a reach for Sammy Watkins. I thought it was going to be his year, and it wasn't. I think I know he hasn't been utilized as much, but I know with what's coming up ahead of him with this rushing defense and such, I think that the value between the two, I know Tyreek Hill's the better receiver. I'm not saying that. I'm not denying any of that. But in this game, I think they're going to look forward to have the lockdown on him. And then I think Sammy Watkins will get the lesser of the matchup on defense, and we'll be able to take advantage of that. So I just think there's more value in that. And plus, it's way less yards. I mean, so I said they go equal touches. I mean, you're probably going to cover on that. That's equal touches with Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins. Jimmy Garoppolo, they're saying they won't have to use him as much probably for passing. He hasn't done much in the last few games doing so. They haven't needed to. B, if they can run the game, control the time clock, and I think that's what's gonna be a lot of this. The Chiefs kind of been struggling against the run. So I don't know. A lot of things point to me that the value's on San Fran. So let me go into some total yards. I know a lot of stuff doesn't even matter, but I'm just going to say it just because all record this year, 15-3 for San Francisco. Kansas City Chiefs are 14-4. Offensive for total scores, 30.17 average to 29.83 for Kansas City. Passing yards, 221 to San Francisco and 283.5 for Kansas City. So there's a big gap there, but if you wait a second, we'll get to the other point. Rushing yards, 154 and 99 for Kansas City. I mean, why run when you can pass, when you have Mahomes and scramble on the outside and you have some of the best receivers and tight end in the nation, right? Time on field, this is a killer, 31 and 31.50 to 29.15 for Kansas City. Number of plays, 62.8 for San Francisco and 61 for Kansas City. Yards per play, 5.98 and 6.29. Both are highly high on that yards per play. But a lot of that is chunk yardage for Kansas City, to where San Francisco, yeah, it's chunk yards, like slow and steady, to get more yards on play. They get more plays. They control the clock. I think everyone's thinking this over because Kansas City Chiefs have been covering over like crazy, and actually they're just dominating on against the spread stats here. But none of the teams have been the San Francisco level. Guys, I'm rooting for Kansas City. I am rooting for the Chiefs, but I think San Francisco will win. The better team right now. Record between the last 10, 3-4. Kansas City is 4-3. This is against each other head-to-head. 2-5 against the spread for San Francisco, 5-2 for Kansas City, and I think this stuff's going to flop. Over-under 4-3 and 4-3. Let's go to rushing. Yeah, we already went over a lot of the other stuff. Completion percentage, 63.46% for San Francisco to 60.10 for Kansas City. Total yards, 310 for San Francisco, 332 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Turnovers, 1.29 per game to only 0.57 for Mr. Mahomes. Guys, the Chiefs have not, they've been on fire. They started off slow a couple of games. I think that they start off kind of slow, even if they score right away. Let's say I can see them scoring right away on a deep pass. The noose is just going to get tighter and tighter and tighter from San Francisco. And then I really do think they're going to just literally be able to just run the ball at will and then go for a couple deep passes and stay relevant. All they got to do is stay relevant, get to late game. I think Mahomes will throw an interception, hence why I'm taking the prop bet on it. San Francisco 8-2 against the spread in their last 8 games. Kansas City is 8-0 against the spread in their last 8 games. It's just crazy. They're both just doing everything they need to do. This is another one I wanted to point out. The total has gone over in 5 of Kansas City's last 6 games on opponents in NFC conference. Well, that's NFC conference. Coaching. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say here. They're both awesome. Talent-wise overall, offense, Kansas City. Defense, San Francisco. I'm really just hoping for a good game. Who do you guys got? Where are you on? Let me know below. Thank you. You have a wonderful day, and let's enjoy the Super Bowl. Hopefully it's just not another blowout between either one of them. I don't think it will be. I think everyone's anticipating this one because we're a little more excited for the Super Bowl than most previous, I think, because we kind of know, hey, we got a clean slate between 2 new teams here. And it's kind of hard to see this just being not a good game. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of good players in it, a lot of great athletes. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.